Hello everyone, this is my new category. Now I'm going to do reviews instead of compilations I'm used to. But they will also be, but in the form of shorts. I've wanted to do this for a long time and I hope that soon we will reach 100 subscribers. Share this video with all your friends, subscribe to the channel and like it. I will be very pleased. Well, we turn to the review. The show opens with Seth freaking Rollins. He enters the ring and retells what happened on Money in the Bank. Io Sky and Damian Priest broke the case and that he defeated Finn Balor and defended his title. The Cody Rhodes theme song started playing. No sooner had he said his trademark phrase, than the musical theme began to play Brock Lesnar. He and Rhodes immediately started a fight. They moved into the ring and Cody held his Cody Cutter. Seth Rollins returned to the ring and was about to return to his monologue when he was interrupted by the musical theme of Judgment Day. Only Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and Dominic Mysterio are coming out. Damian Priest advises you to focus on your business, especially on the Money in the Bank case, which Priest won on PLE. He says he can use this case anytime, even now. Seth says that Priest can only use his case only when Seth is on the verge of defeat, but he doesn't have a match today. Priest said that perhaps he will fight with the one with whom Damian is now standing. Dominic tries to speak, but is drowned out by the hooting of the audience. Rhea announces that Dominic wants to fight Seth Rollins tonight. Seth turns to the crowd and asks if it's worth taking the challenge, to which they agree. And the first match on the show. Damian Priest vs Shinsuke Nakamura. The match was not bad, but it could have been better. At the end, Damian Priest held his South of Heaven and finished the match. Then the musical theme of Ronda Rousey started playing and again she didn't have time to say anything and the musical theme of Shayna Baszler started playing. Shayna Baszler claims that she is tired of listening to Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey demands to know why loyalty means nothing to Shayna after 10 years. She insists that Shayna should explain to her. Shayna objects, stating that Ronda is in the WWE ring because of her and she doesn't owe her anything. She thinks the only thing Ronda owes is an apology for letting her go into business. Ronda claims that Shayna should have said something, but Shayna objects, claiming that Ronda never supported her, helped install the ring, or gave her a chance. She doesn't remember Ronda at the audition. Shayna emphasizes that she paid her dues, fought hard to achieve her position. On the other hand, Ronda entered through the back door and waltzed into WrestleMania. Shayna admits that she loves this business, but Ronda ruined everything for her. She also hints that there is someone who can finally shut up Ronda. A fight begins during which Shayna Baszler wins. New team champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez enter the ring and sit down next to the commentators. And the tag team turmoil match begins. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville vs Nikki Cross and Emma vs Dana Brooke and Tegan Knox vs Kaden Carter and Katana Chance vs Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville open this match against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green deal with the team of Indy Hartwell and Candice quickly enough. LeRae. Nikki Cross runs into the ring next, followed by Emma. For a while the match control was on their side, but Deville managed to keep Emma. It's time for Dana Brooke and Tegan's team Knox. They also immediately took control of the match, but after the commercial break they were immediately eliminated. Sonya Deville restrained Tegan Knox after a knee to the head. Katana Hanks and Kaden Carter. The scenario of the match follows the established pattern. Chance and Carter dominate the first minutes of the match, but over time the advantage returned to Deville and Green. Chance was close to victory after an incredible hurricane ran on Chelsea Green off the shoulders of Kaden Carter on the ropes, but Green broke out in the last moment. After that, Green and Deville still eliminated the next team. Green held off Carter and brought the final victory in this turmoil match. I didn't really like the whole match. The girls could have done better. Becky Lynch steps into the ring and says she didn't win the Money in the Bank case, but she can put up with it. And what she can't get rid of yet is this little splinter in her side, Trish Stratus. She wants to put an end to their confrontation and calls Trish Stratus for a match. Trish appears with a protective mask on her face, and Lynch laughs and says that she has a stupid face in this mask. Stratus replies that even in a mask, she is still more beautiful than all the fans, and definitely more beautiful than Lynch. And in general, she advises people to wear such masks to hide their ugliness. Returning to Lynch's suggestion, Trish Stratus states that she would have accepted the fight with joy, but she did not get a medical permit because Lynch smashed her face on Money in the Bank. Trish says there's no one better than her. One day Zoe Stark might be just as good under her guidance, but right now Trish is the greatest of all time. Lynch declares that Zoe Stark must go through with it if she wants to achieve the same success. And we all know that Trish won't be here for long after she finishes promoting her shitty show. talent, the cover of a local magazine, or any other cheap t-shirt she sells. Lynch is really wondering why Trish is still here? Stratus replies that she is still here because she is the face of the women's division. She saw how angry Lynch was when everyone thanked her backstage. In fact, the irony did not escape her. Lynch tried to break the face of this division, so now Stark will break Becky Lynch's face. They move towards the ring while Lynch prepares for a fight. At the last moment, Zoe and Trish they stop, and Stratus said that she needs to get to a doctor's appointment, so they need to leave this dump in Baltimore, but next week Lynch will fight against Stark. Cody Rhodes steps onto the ramp to answer questions related to Brock Lesnar's attack earlier today on the show. Rhodes recalls that after the Night of Champions, he promised to beat him, and he is glad that Lesnar finally showed up. He will do everything possible to take the victory in this confrontation. And the next match on the show, Alpha Academy and Max and Dupree vs. the Viking Raiders and Valhalla. Chad Gable starts the match against Eric. The guys exchange blows, after which Gable releases Otis into the ring. He breaks up the Vikings with powerful slams, and then attacks through Ivar's elbow drop. After the commercial break, the Vikings managed to knock Otis down due to teamwork, but Gable quickly came to the rescue. It's time for the debut of Maxine Dupree. She showed Valhalla everything that Gable taught her and then repeated Otis' move, but got a kick in the head from Valhalla. Dupree deftly dodged Valhalla's attack and rolled it up to 3. The match is so-so, but I'm happy for Alpha Academy's victory. Ricochet discusses Money in the Bank in a behind-the-scenes interview and recalls how some people said that Paul had no place in this match, but Ricochet admits that Logan performed well, and he is not sorry to admit it. He respects him for that. But what he can't respect him for is the moment when Paul hit him in the face. Ricochet challenges him, but not on social media, like some nerd with a keyboard, because we're in WWE, and we're all grown up. Ricochet offers Paul will meet him in the ring face-to-face on the next Raw. Rhea Ripley's next match against Natalya is Women's World Championship match. Natalya attacks Rhea Ripley during her exit. She throws her into the ring and the referee blows the gong. Natalya tries to close the champion in sharpshooter, but Ripley quickly goes outside the ring. Already in the ringside, Ripley manages to stop Natalya's onslaught. She throws her into the commentator's table, but upon returning to the ring, the persistent Natalya throws her punches again. Ripley still stops her after the strongest blows on the back. Ripley goes out on the first retention, but it does not bring her results. Natalya successfully makes a crossbody from the ropes. She tries to get on the sharpshooter again, but Ripley kicks her off. Rhea goes out on her pain, but Natalya reverses back to sharpshooter. Rhea pushes her face into the turnbuckle, and then climbs onto the ropes, but Natalya puts her legs out. She makes a power slam, and then again fixes the champion in a sharpshooter, but Ripley reaches for the ropes and breaks the pain. Ripley still holds a riptide and celebrates a hard victory. Winner, Rhea Ripley. After the match, Rhea Ripley started beating Natalya, but Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez came to her aid. Tommaso Ciampa, in a pre-recorded video, tells how he came face-to-face with the World, but The Miz attacked him from behind. Ciampa knows that the spark has finally returned in the eyes of The Miz after suffering defeat after defeat for so long, even though he had achieved a lot in WWE before that. Ciampa says he sees the ruthless aggression that brought The Miz to the top, so the next time they meet in the ring, he wants The Miz to have the same energy and he will take the initiative. Ciampa gets up and throws the chair aside, then leaves. We turn to the recorded answer of The Miz. He talks some nonsense and says he feels better than ever. He challenges Ciampa to a non-DC match on the next Raw broadcast. Io Sky with a suitcase of Money in the Bank meets Rhea Ripley. She teases a possible cash-in, and Ripley says, "Try it? And that will be the biggest mistake of your life." Next match, Matt Riddle vs Giovanni Vinci. Vinci takes control of the match. He tries to close the opponent's ankle in pain, but Riddle easily fights back. He accelerates for his punches, but Vinci reverses and makes a moonsault from the ropes. Riddle hits him with his knee, and Vinci tries to get back on the pain. Riddle just rolls up Vinci and celebrates the victory. After the match, Kaiser and Vinci attacked Matt Riddle, but Drew McIntyre came to his aid. McIntyre and Riddle pointedly destroyed Kaiser with Vinci, and Gunther. All this time I stood in the ringside and watched. After that, the IR champion stood on the apron of the ring to face McIntyre, after which he went backstage dissatisfied. After the commercial break, Matt Riddle thanks Drew McIntyre backstage for his help. The guys agree to break up the Imperium in the Command Mast again next week. Fans are humming the song of Seth Rollins not only during his release, but also after the start of the match. Rollins sings along and then starts wrestling with Dom in the center of the ring. They exchange headlocks, but Rollins looks stronger. He throws Dom out of the ring and then knocks him in the jaw. Dominic takes a break to catch his breath, and we go on a commercial break. Back on the air, we see how Rollins makes 3 amigos, after which he climbs onto the ropes for a frog splash, but Damian Priest prevents him while Ripley distracts the referee. Dominic he takes advantage of the moment and also makes a frog splash, but holding does not bring him victory. Dominic kicks Rollins, and then climbs onto the ropes for another splash, but now Rollins exposes his knees. Rollins wanted to make a pedigree, but again the Judgment Day in the ringside prevents him from realizing his plans. Seth elbows Dominic in the face, and then also in the back of the head. He accelerates for a stomp, but Priest suddenly runs into the ring and gives him a choke slam. The referee gives a signal about the end of the match. After the match, Damian Priest continued to beat Seth Rollins and prepare to sell the suitcase Money in the Bank. He threw Rollins into the commentator's table, but the next attack did not pass. Rollins answered him with a super kick and was preparing to make a bomb, but Dominic hit him on the head with a suitcase and threw him into the steel steps. Dom picks up the suitcase and offers Priest to implement the case. He thinks a little and still agrees, but suddenly Finn Balor runs into the ring. He pushes Rollins to crash into Priest. Finn climbs onto the ropes, but Priest runs up to him and asks why it prevents the implementation of the case. Balor replies that he wanted to take revenge on Seth Rollins for the defeat, but Priest complains that he ruined his moment. Rollins comes to his senses at this moment and quietly tries to escape backstage, but Dominic catches up with him in the ringside. Rollins makes a pedigree on it and still goes to the ramp. While Balor and Priest are arguing, which of them was wrong in this situation? Ripley hugs Dominic and asks everyone to calm down. The show didn't turn out very well. The only thing I really liked was the main event. But in general, the show is not interesting. Another thing that pleased me was the fans who were loud, and in general they partially saved the show. That's it, see you at the SmackDown review.